Yo, what's happening YouTube? It's your boy Woody coming at you live from the studio. Today we're going to be jumping into what I'm going to call episode 1 at the moment, but we'll see how we go. We may end up doing some more of these. This is some tips and tricks and for the beginners out there, Rust console edition. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a game. We're going to show you a bit about it and how it all works and what to do and what not to do. We're going to get a base built, so we want to get you set up so you've got somewhere to stay. But first, we want to tell you how to find a spot and what to look for and what not to look for and what to expect and what not to expect. But anyway, we're going to jump on and we'll go through it together. Alright, so there's the menu. Obviously, I'm going to play some Rust. I've been just jumping straight into the official games. I'm guessing the PlayStation 4 is just all PlayStation servers, but we'll just jump in and down the bottom we've got like a filter down here, so we'll click on that server region. This looks new. I didn't notice that they've had this here, but this is new, the OC. This must be since the most recent update. Choose nothing really, no real strategy behind this. I might just jump into the one with the lowest population because we want to try and make a video here and we don't want to get into too many fights. So oh, actually, we've got one here. That one there's a favourite, so I've been playing on that server before. Actually, do I have another one here that's a favourite? No, I don't. Alright. Alright, let's jump in here. 43. Let it load up. So, when you start up, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to wake up and you're going to be on a beach. Regardless which server, regardless where you are, you're always going to wake up on the beach close to the water. Each map will have certain spawn points along the beach in different sections of the map that you'll continue to spawn at. So what you want to do is you want to wake, as soon as you wake up, you want to have a look at the map and you want to try and pick a spot to live. Now, there's a few factors that'll come into play. And you might think, being new at it, you might think you want to just jump into the action and just get started, but you really need to get set up, and it takes time to get set up. So what you want to be doing is you want to be finding, as a new player, you probably want to find somewhere a bit more low key. All right, here we are on the beach. Bang, right there. Someone's built a massive base. Look at it. There's another big one. Okay, there's some big bases here. Right. So let's have a look at this map. So you just push down on the D-pad and click across. Now, we're over on the west side of the map, down low. Oh, that island's full snow. Okay, so you've got different areas. You've got these kind of deserty areas here. They're really hot usually. There's an island here on its own. These here are freshwater streams. Kind of good if you need to collect water and whatnot. Over here, this white area is all snow. Obviously, the green is wooded area, trees. Forest, I suppose you'd call it. Then you've got these key points on the map that are, you got mining outpost, airfield, another mining outpost, harbour. You got outpost here. That's a safe zone, so you can actually be in around there and you won't get killed. Bandit camp, which is another safe zone, and then you've got a sulfur quarry, launch site. Launch site's pretty difficult. Stone quarry. What's this one? Some other quarry. High quality metal quarry. I'm guessing that you get like high quality metals. Now, I haven't got heaps of hours in the game, but I've got enough to know that I want to be... Where's Dome? Is there any Dome on here? Sewer? Dome. There's Dome. Dome's in the desert. I don't really want to go desert. See, if we went to somewhere like this snowy area here, it's going to be a bit quieter in the snow. There's not as many players in the snow, but this isn't full snow, so we could go here. We're close to Bandit Camp. There's a couple of shops around. Airfield's just below us. Sulfur Quarry, launch site. That's going to be a pretty hot area, I think. Satellite dish is pretty quiet. We could build here, and we could be close to satellite dish. So we're going to make our way to L9. I'm going to probably build... And harbour. Harbour's pretty cool. Actually, maybe we'll make our way... Oh, I don't mind the look of this one here. There's a road there. We could build here somewhere. Alright, let's head to N6. Alright, so we're all the way over here. We got a long way to travel. You could kill yourself and respawn. You'll end up on the beach somewhere else, maybe down here, wherever, but I'm going to just try and run. This is my tactic. This is what I do, right? It's nighttime now, great. So we want to head east. We want to kind of head east, pretty much straight east. So let's just make our way east. At the top, you got the compass, top of the screen, and you can see which direction you're heading. Down the bottom is your hotbar, and you can use items in your hotbar. This is a torch that you start off with. You get a rock and a torch. Now, the torch is good, obviously, for nighttime, seeing where you're going. You can't really get any weapons out or anything like that while you're in any safe zones. At the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you can see the safe zone. It's going to take us some time to get across the map, but I don't think it'll take that long. So while we're in the safe zone, I don't mind having the flame out. No one can shoot at us or really kill us. But while I'm running around, see these are nodes on the ground. That's a metal ore. They don't take any effort to pick up. So I usually just anything like that I see, I grab them. So we're out of the safe zone now. I'm just gonna turn the light off. All right, let's go through some menu options quickly while we're waiting for it to lighten up. All right, options, controller layout. You want to make sure you've got L1 head, look, hold. That's what you want it on. You want L1 head, look, hold. That's probably the best out of all those. And that's, I think, is the only one you can really change up. I wouldn't change anything else. Vibration, turn that off. Always turn that off. Sprint input. So you can do auto sprint. So you can if you're running for a few seconds, that'll stay on and you'll just keep running. It's not so good when you're trying to parkour up stuff, but it is definitely good when you are like just running and you've got someone chasing you and you want to try and access your main menu, like your inventory and use items and whatnot. So we're going to turn that on. The aiming one you want to turn up a bit. I turn that up to 60 because when you're aiming down sight, it's going to be very, very slow moving. You're not going to be able to move quick enough. There was something else. There's camera inertia. You want to turn that off so it's a bit more snappy. Okay, that's kind of it for now. It's starting to light up. Perfect. All right, we want to keep heading. We want to keep heading east. Down the bottom, the hotbar, you can see he's turned to auto run. So now I'm not even touching anything. He's running on his own. Watch out for those traps. Stuff like that when you're running in the dark, you can't see. I just picked up a pumpkin. Now pumpkins these are good. So you want to just kind of pick stuff up as you're running around. And don't get attached to anything. Don't start trying to loot or anything like that because you're probably gonna lose it. What we want to find is hemp. Alright, so when it lightens up a little bit more, we might be able to find some hemp. Now hemp is going to give us control over where we spawn, because we're going to be able to build a sleeping bag. That's one of the first things you want to build, I believe. L1 and look around. You can still keep moving in the same direction. See behind you almost. I don't want to get too close to some of the monuments. This one here looks like airfield, and that one gives you radiation poisoning. So now it's starting to light up, which is what we want. Now we're moving pretty quickly across the map. We're heading north, so we've got to start heading east. Just trying to get around airfield. Stuff like this, you want to pick them up, these nodes. And we're looking for hemp. This should be a fairly hemp-rich area. There's another one here. These nodes. We want stone, really, and we want wood. Okay, let's see if we can find some hemp. There should be hemp around. There's hemp. Alright, this one's a hemp plant. Oh, pick that up. Pick that up. Okay, we want a few of them. Okay, now these guys in the blue suits, you want to completely avoid them. See that dude walking around in front of me now? We don't want to be seen by him. He will shoot you dead. There's two of them there, so just don't get too close to him. Keep collecting little bits and pieces. That's wood. Those little tree trunky things. That's a sulfur ore, so you want to mine that once you get established. That's the key, is getting to your spot first, right? So these boxes, okay, this is a quick little grab while we're running. These boxes on the back of the crates are good. They give you components and whatnot. But we really don't want to get tied down and hooked up to any of that stuff just yet. We just want to keep getting over to where we want to be. Alright, so now I want to go to our map. Crafting, and we want to craft a sleeping bag. Alright, keep moving. Mushrooms, you can pick these up. You can eat them. Okay, so now we've crafted a sleeping bag. So we don't have to start again. Let's just chuck one down as soon as we can. Can't build near monuments, so can't put one down yet. Oh, we're pretty close to airfield. Alright. So we want to go this way. But when it's red, you can't place it. There we go. We should be able to place it. We placed one there. Alright, that's done. So that's down. So now we've got a spot where we can respawn. Now, it doesn't matter if we die now. We will come back to that spot there. We don't have to run all the way across the map again. So now we want to kind of head northish, a lot more north. Try not to get too close to big bases and whatnot. This is a big base next to me. So they sometimes have auto turrets and whatnot on them. And that's not good. We don't want to get shot. There's plenty of... This here is a metal ore, and that's stone. You can mine both those things. Obviously, you can do the trees. Here's a pumpkin. I'm going to take that quickly. You can eat that. Gives you more health. I think we've got to head pretty much north now. So we're getting to some more snowy stuff. Alright, so we've been collecting heaps of hemp. So that's good. Alright, so now, as you can see, my player is pretty much naked. It's just wearing underwear at the moment. But now, if we throw, we can craft some clothes. So we can craft some pants. We can craft a pair of socks, jumper. What do you call this thing? A burlap headwear. So we've got some clothing crafting now, so we don't get cold. And we keep moving. As we move up into this colder stuff, you can see down on the right hand side of the screen it's a crafting timer. So now the trousers have been made. And you push triangle, hover over it, push triangle, it'll bring it up here into your gear that you're wearing. Now I'm wearing some pants. And we keep moving. Now we can move up into the colder regions of the map without losing health. And there's going to be way less activity up here because it's just a lot less people in the cold areas. You can see the screen's starting to turn blue, and I've got too cold, -8 degrees. We just crafted our socks, so we'll throw them on. Gives us a bit more warmth. And the screen's sort of still a touch blue, but now that I've got the burlap shirt, it's about crafted. We'll check that out. Inventory. Chuck that on. Bang. Still, now it's gone down to -3 because I've got a bit more clothing on now. There's a pig down here. Hopefully he doesn't chase us. We can check. We got the head look button in operation now. Now, when I stop to look at like my inventory and stuff, I like to just like crouch in a bush or something. I find that it helps if you give yourself a little bit of cover. All right. Now we've only got 10. These are the resources we've been picking up. We've already picked up 250 metal ore, 300 stone, 250, a spring, whatnot. And all we've been doing is running. We haven't actually farmed for anything. We're just sprinting across the map at the moment. I would like to probably try and get some more hemp at this stage to try and get another sleeping bag down. Ideally, I didn't really want to travel this far just to show you the tutorial, but we're picking up some pretty cool things along the way. Okay, there's satellite dish, so we're getting close. We're actually close to where we want to be. I want to be like maybe here in this corner, or just here somewhere. So we're still going to go north. So satellite dish, it gives you radiation, but I believe we've got enough clothing on now. So if you go to your inventory, you can have a look. Just next to your player at the bottom right, you've got like a scale there. We've got 8% radiation stuff on at the moment, but we need it to be 10% so that we don't start taking health damage. So we can go into this other part of the menu here. I think it's under clothes, and you can craft some burlap gloves. They should give us that last percentage that we need to be able to go through that zone. Oh, are you kidding me? There's a crate drop right here. Oh my god. This is pretty amazing. Like, I never get these, so let's check. These are usually pretty good. I'm just going to grab that. We'll talk about that. Oh my god. We'll throw them on straight up, and we got a shotty and a pistol. Oh my god, that's OP. Man, they're a struggle to find. We haven't even got a base built yet. This is probably better gear than what I've got in any of the other servers. So that's exciting for me. So these helicopters fly over and they'll drop equipment. And if you get, that was a helicopter drop. And if you get any of those drops, they usually got pretty OP stuff in them. I can't believe I just got that. Alright, so we're just going to keep heading up and stay on path. You can't get attached to his stuff, man, because it just like that, you could lose the lot. So I haven't seen any players yet. There's usually food in these boxes. I'm just going to quickly stop here. We're just getting the quick, easy drops. Like I said, to find one of those just goes to show that the theory is correct, that these are low populated areas. So we want to keep heading a little bit north. Eddie's up on that mountain we want to build. Alright, we're pretty close to where we want to build. Yep, so I just want to go up here somewhere. I don't see any trees over there, and we need a little bit of wood to get started. So I'm just going to go down here, grab this tree. There's some stone. We could probably grab that now. So what we want to do is we want to build some tools. We've got two types of tools we can build. We can build the stone hatchet or the pickaxe. So we've got enough resources to build one or the other. I'm going to do the stone hatchet because we want timber more than wood at the moment, more than stone. But we'll come back to that. You can use your stone. It just takes longer. So we've got this here. We've got the stone. Bang. But you're going to be much better off with your hatchet. As you can see in a minute here, I'll change over to my hatchet. You also will be only harvesting +5 wood every hit with the stone. As with the hatchet, I think it's +10, but we'll see it in the bottom right hand corner of the screen now. So you can see the difference in the speed in harvesting the wood. And you want to hit the red mark, but in the console edition, well, my one anyway, I've been noticing that the red mark's been glitching, and you don't always get to see it. But you always want to make sure you're keeping an eye out using that hold head look button. Just keeping an eye out for, oh, there you go. You can sometimes jag it if it disappears. I just kind of wrap around the tree until Alright, let's, I don't want to lose this stuff that I got. So a quick little trick is to craft a stash box. And that can be found here. And we need just a tiniest bit more hemp. So we're not going to be able to do that. How much wood did we get? 830. I think we're going to need a bit more. Oh, there's one right here. Look at that. Let's I don't know whether we should use it or not. Okay, let's get the stone hatchet going. Because we've got a bit more wood now, we can chop this bad boy down. I think I'm going to set a goal of about 3,000 wood. I think that should get me. I don't know how much that'll get me. I haven't really done the numbers. But it should get me something. You can kind of hear where the cross is in my headphones. I can hear if it's a left or a right way around the tree. So by just running across the map and getting to where you want to go, you're going to get a start much quicker. Like that's the goal, is to just get a base. Once you get a base, you can then start securing items. At the moment, I'm very vulnerable to someone attacking me and taking everything I've got. I could have done a little stash bag, but I don't have enough cloth on me. And my sleeping bag that I placed earlier is pretty far from here still. It's a lot closer, but it is still pretty far. So when I respawn, I'm going to either respawn randomly across the map somewhere where, who knows, or I can respawn at that sleeping bag, and that gives me a starting point. But you start back with just a rock and a torch again, so you got nothing. You're naked. Let's just take what we've got. Don't get too greedy. Oh, there's a box down here. I'll quickly grab this box. Any boxes with these strap things on them are usually got something decent in them and worth a look in. Toolboxes are cool too. If you find a toolbox, you usually get a tool out of them. And I think we're going to build up here. Nice close to harbour, nice close to satellite. We can do some little runs. We can get a bit of a vantage point so we can see people coming. This is probably as good as we're going to get. So now you want to start building. Right. Get this bad boy going. One of these. We'll just hold off on the TC for now. I need one of these too. Alright, so we get the building plan. Right, this is a foundation. So I'm going to show you build like one of my favorite tour bases. So we go triangle foundation, and that's going to be a little bit lower. And then you want to do a square foundation next to that, but you want it to be raised up a bit. Three, and then you fill these little sections in with triangles. And then an airlock. Then you want to put a doorway on this side, doorway here, and then you want to wall it all off. Now we've built our door, we're going to put a door on. And you want the door to swing inwards. Alright, put a lock on it. Okay, we need more materials. Copy what you've done on the floor above. Can get in under here still, so we need some rock now. This is how you harvest your stone. If we can find a good 3 of these, we're going to be laughing. Actually, we might even build a TC quickly. We can lock it. We can lock some stuff in our TC. This is the heart of your base, your TC. You need that. Let's have a quick look around here for any stone. We'll take the stone. Okay, so when you're hitting the stones, it's much like the trees. You want to try and get those little sparkles or the glimmers on the stone, and that it just speeds up the process. You don't get any more materials out of it, but it just makes it go quicker. You need to do these 3 squares for the stone foundation, otherwise you could just walk straight in, even with an upgrade to wood. So you need to upgrade this square here to stone, and that blocks in those gaps down there. So this has got to be stone, and this one. Alright, then we can place TC. Chuck that in there. We crafted a little lock. Now if you're solo, you don't ever want to make a key for these locks. Let's just throw everything we can in there. Let's keep going with stone. To our airlock next, actually, that's pretty important to get in stone. Okay, we're not going to get it. Let's upgrade this to wood straight up. Oh my god, we didn't have enough. Great. Ideally, if you can get it all to stone, that's great. But if you can't, you want to try and just get it all to at least wood. Because the twig is the first material that you use, and that's what you use all the time to create any sort of structure, like from your blueprint. And then you have to upgrade it. Now, if you skip a wood upgrade and go straight to stone, you don't use those wood resources. So you want to try and avoid that if you can. But if you've got no choice, wood is much better than twig. Twig you can walk through, that hence why I haven't put any of my stuff down yet. The only stuff you can put in your TC is resources, like raw materials and whatnot. And that's better than like keeping on me, because I could get killed and everything get taken. But I've still got better items on me that I want to keep. So let's take this back and upgrade that last wall. And we've got some ceiling to upgrade. Now, just so you know, like, there's soft sides and hard sides to the walls. Now, a lot of people come unstuck with this pretty quickly. So that's a soft side. That is so easy to get through if somebody wants to raid you. That's the side you want out. The textured side is the one that you want out. Is this twig? Let's upgrade that and upgrade that. Somebody could just raid up from underneath. So now it's all wood except for the roof, which people can see, and they could probably jump off if they were crafty enough, jump off that. So I just want to get a little bit more. Now the road sign armor, I put that on earlier because I picked it up from that crate, but it's actually making me cold now because it gives you negative warmth, and I've got plenty of health at the moment, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, so now that tool broke, so it's useless to me if it's broken. You can repair tools, but you need a workbench for that, and we don't have one yet. So let's just put another twig triangle foundation down there, and then we can get in our front door. Okay, now there's no twig and we're a little bit more safe. So what we want to do is we want to craft a little storage box so we don't have to keep taking our stuff out and risking it. So we want to go to crafting menu and craft a box. Now you can see the right hand side of the screen, you got base upkeep. And you can see how much timber and how much stone you need to keep in your TC to keep the base from decaying. If it's below the upkeep like that the stone is at the moment, eventually it'll start to decay, and the stone will decay first, and it'll be the outer stone that decays first. Alright, so we've got our box. Let's just put it here for now. It's no real... Okay, now we can chuck our stuff in there without worrying too much. You can split stuff by holding down X. So I could keep 18 bullets, say, keep the pistol, put the pump action shotty in there, keep that on me, store the rest of that too. Alright, let's go get some hemp first. That's it. That's what we need first, because we want to put a sleeping bag down. Hemp's going to be in a more grassy area. Stone or hemp is going to be our main two things. It's been 51 minutes, almost an hour, and we've got our base. TC is the harder your base, you want it to be safest. Why I did the design like I did is because TC is protected. It's in a bit of a bunkerish sort of style. Is this stone? Yeah, there we go, some stone. The further away from my base I get, the more chance of something happening. There's a bit of hemp. We're going to keep the seeds now. You'll find heaps of these mushrooms in wooded areas. So we're going to keep these hemp seeds. See those seeds? We'll keep them. We'll see if we can plant them in the snow. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet, but if we can, that's going to be OP because we can grow our own hemp. More than that. I think I've got enough for a sleeping bag, I believe. Oh, here we go. That should be heaps. Yep. Crafting sleeping bag. Our home's on the other side of satellite, so let's just keep going. Can we plant these in the snow? Yes. Okay, this is good. We can plant hemp right around our place. If you hold down square, it'll pick up everything in the box or in the inventory or whatever you're looking at, crate. So now we want to get some of these seeds. Look at that. The hemp was going to be an issue, I thought, but to be honest, I like putting my sleeping bag like somewhere where you can't put anything else. If it will fit there, that'll be cool. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Right, now you can rename your sleeping bags. You just got to hold, and then you can go up the top there and rename. I'm going to call this one base. Okay, and you wake up there. Right. We want to get an animal now. Right, so the best way to get an animal is don't do it at night. I think a bow is pretty safe. Okay, tip number 2. It's cold, you can get a fire going. Let's craft one of these bad boys. And it helps you see too what you're doing. I don't like placing stuff when it's dark, but we don't really have a choice. Let's see if I can put this campfire right here. Okay, I'm going to chuck it right behind the door. Okay, so open. Okay, I haven't done this yet, but I'm about to try something. You can turn the campfire on. Now that's going to warm you up. If you stand next to it. Comfort, 50%, beautiful. And we should get some metal frags out of this. I don't know how many. And it gives you some light so you can see what's going on. 15, 30, 45. So it's going to give us 45 metal frags, which isn't much. Okay, we'll build a bit more. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to do a quick little upgrade. That's how you demolish stuff, by the way. Craft one of these, and if you want to craft more items, you can click square. So as soon as that hunting bow's finished, I've got some arrows on craft as well. And we'll head back after we harvest this, and we'll try and get that. I think there was a bear down in harbour, which I'm going to try and harvest. Okay, here's an animal here. We're going to give this one a crack. Let's see. Damn it. Okay. Now we should be able to harvest it. So obviously you can't use the pick to... Okay, I'll show you why we're harvesting the animals in a second. Now, because it's so quiet, I might just go straight down and check on this bear, because I seen a bear down here earlier, and they usually they give you a good yield. So let's go check on him, see if he's still down here. It's a bit more dangerous, but there. Okay. What the hell? Damn it. Oh, I ran out of arrows right at the wrong time. I don't recommend doing that in real life. I was just pretty confident that was intense. I'm not gonna lie. I was just pretty confident that he was nearly dead because I hit him so many times. Wow. Alright, so you can see the bottom right, I'm collecting animal fat, cloth, bone fragments, all that good stuff. Okay, so if we just go straight to here and we just go stone, 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 stone. Okay, no more stone. We used up all our stone. Now, what we want to do, this is what we've been building up to. Animal fat. Alright, so we want to make a furnace, and we need low grade. So we need 50 low grade. So we go up here to low grade, and we need animal fat and cloth to make the low grade. Okay, we can craft 80. What did we need for the furnace? Did we say we needed 50 low grade, 100 wood, 200 stone? So we should have enough low grade now. We do. We can craft one of these. Okay, that's crafting away. Hit there then. And then we open, chuck some wood in. Next tip in Rust, do not trust anybody. Ever. So now we want to make a big box. Let's chuck it there for now. We've burnt all the bear meat, which is great. The clothing helps you with the radiation, so you can go in. This here would usually have radiation, by the way, so you can come into these. Oh my god, I can't believe my luck, man. That's a hazmat suit, so they're pretty good. They're pretty not super hard to find, but they are decent to find. I'm gonna go deposit that. So pretty much from here on out, you just want to keep running back and forth, grabbing resources, grabbing supplies, and now you've got somewhere safe to put them back at your base. So I just seen a player then, so I'm trying to make my way out of there. I've got a bit of wood on me. Okay, so someone died here. So this is their backpack. Oh, what? They dropped some scrap. I'd say someone was killed there. It's a bit of a random spot for a backpack. When you die, your body will just be left on the ground, and you'll be able to make your way back to a red mark on the map to your last death point. After being there for a while, your body will disappear, and if there was loot on your body, you will end up with a backpack where you were last, where your body was. And you can always loot that backpack. I believe it stays there for up to half an hour. Here I had a couple of shots at this bear and he chased me down. At this point I kind of realized that the audio for the game wasn't in my recording, so you can't hear it, but when you're running away from a bear or an animal that's chasing you, you can hear their footsteps, and as you hear them get quieter, usually that's when they've stopped chasing you. You can turn around and have another crack at it. God, that looks mad. Okay, so once you get that up and running, you can then craft some sheet metal doors, which are pretty OP. There we go, we can get one of them. So you need the hammer out, unlock, and then you want to hold square. You never ever create a key because it just gives someone access to your place. So you want to remove lock, open door. You should be able to just pick up door, get your new door, throw that on, throw your lock on. You're done, right? So that's how that's what you want to do. You want to upgrade that to sheet metal as quickly as possible. I don't have any more stone because it seems to be a little hard to find stone around here. So I'm just going to show you what I would do to the base. Alright, so we put a shelf, a low wall here. And you can then turn that into a floor here. You can then knock this low wall out. And you've got it yourself a shelf, which allows you to stack more boxes on. Okay, craft the doors. I open them like in towards the cupboard. That way they don't block anything on you. Alright. Then you then have a loot room. See, and also too, like, I don't have any stone, so we just minimum upgrade. Don't leave these as twig. They can just pick that then, and they won't even have to go through the door. So now this door, if you open it that way, it'll actually create an airlock on the front door. You really want to make these all metal. Like, you want to give yourself a little bit of time and make all these out of metal, but obviously I just want to show you my base design, so. And voila, that's it, you're done. You've got a storage room here, which you can fit the 2 big boxes. I think you can get all 4 in there, but I don't know how to do it yet, but you can fit 3 big boxes, 1 little box, and same up on the top shelf, you can do the same. And then you can, your TC, ideally you want to do all these out of sheet metal doors. But your TC, you've got your TC down there. I would flick that so that it's facing you, hard up in the back corner. You'd then be able to fit 2 furnaces in front of it. I know that that's possible. Obviously, when you put the sheet metal door in, you can't jump up on that little jump up anymore, but you will change that to a roller door later. And ideally, you won't have that triangle in there. You'd have a little doorway up the top there so you can get out onto the top of the roof. I forgot to put that in, but that's all good. Then you've got your airlock at the front here. I just chuck my sleeping bag there because that's where I chuck my sleeping bag. I put a sheet metal door in there to make it a little bit less likely for someone to try and break in. Then you've got another set of double doors on either side, give you a bit more security, and you can put all your workbenches along here, which we'll go over all those items next time. And yeah, you're looking pretty safe. The roof is timber, so not much can be done about that at the moment, but we will resume this video next time. So we've got our base. We've got our basics from this one. My key tips: don't grab too much gear. Find where you want to set up. If you have got your skills down pat, you can go to a bit more highly populated areas. It doesn't matter. But if you want a bit more quiet, you want to look for some snow. Snow is always good, or maybe an island if there's no one already there. You might find it a little bit safer on an island. If you're close to a monument or something like that, you're going to have a lot of people coming past all the time, so you want to try and avoid that when you're first starting out. Pick up as much stuff that's easy to pick up on your way. You want to get heaps of hemp so you can create a sleeping bag, and just drop those sleeping bags as you're getting closer to your square. I didn't die on this one, but if you do die, you'll respawn randomly on a beach somewhere. If you have a sleeping bag down, at least you can pick that respawn spot, and you can respawn where you last put a sleeping bag down. Then you can keep moving closer. Eventually those sleeping bags won't matter anymore. You can use them, you don't have to use them. You might want to respawn over there for some reason. When you get to the spot, it depends on how confident you are. If you were just to build you could build a 1 square base. You could just build a square with a triangle off the front. You could have a door on that line there, which will then give you an airlock if you have a door off the side or off that side. And then that way you've got 2 doors, and then you've got one room to start storing all your kit in, depending on how desperate you are. If I did one room, this would all be stone. I'd be a lot more secure right now. I've got weakness on the roof. It won't take much to get in here if someone picks the right spot. So we're looking pretty good. Okay, we've got a heap of stuff, and we weren't even trying really to collect anything. Just collecting those nodes on your way over. Drop your sleeping bags. Get a lot closer. Get your kit. Get your little base down. Get a box. Get a lock on the door. Get an air lock on. That's the main thing. Make sure your walls are the right side around. These are soft side. Next video, I'll show you how to soft side. I just made that steel, which is okay. Yeah, I just did that, so I'm not going to be soft siding that anytime soon. But I'll show you how to soft side, and we'll show you how to we'll get some roof access. We'll expand on this base. We'll work our way out. Next episode, we'll move it up a notch, eh? So you learn how to make a furnace, which is pretty important to get your metal frags. Food, we showed you how to cook food on the fire. Getting warmth near the fire regains your health. Burlap clothing. I've got a burlap clothing now down the right hand side of my player. It tells you how much like defense I've got from knife now. I've got 8% more defense from that. Guns, I've got 7% more defense, and then so on and so forth as you go down. So yeah, that's how you get it done. That's what you want to look for. So hopefully I'll think of another topic for episode 2, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.